So at what point does Fashion end up leaving the group?
He leaves like later on. He wanted to just do his solo shit. And our first project, we was doing the album. He got locked up because he was still on the streets doing his thing. Upstate. So he got
For street level or for Intoxicated Demons?
Intoxicated Demons. Yeah,
okay. So he was locked up.
We're doing an album, a full album. So he gets locked up in the middle of the album, and we just got half of the album done. So that's why we put out the EP. So he was like, you know what? He was like, you know what? We're just gonna make this an EP then, and we put the EP out, and that's why you see a lot of those songs. It's just me and Juju in the video. You don't see out Fashion because he's locked up. So you see Rain of the Tech, so now that's the reason why we put out an EP. It was really supposed to be a full album. So yeah, he gets back out of jail, and that's when we did the next full album, the Beatnuts, Street Level. You understand?
Right. Which is considered a classic.
Yeah.
Like it's like on people's lists, like it's crazy. Over the years, so many like different outlets have said that it's in the top 50. Right,
man. And like I said, man, it's all because me and Juju was like the masterminds of this shit, and just being kids with a lot of musical backgrounds around us, and DJs, and going to studios, and just learning with all the best engineers, and just being around that shit, So our ear was real sharp. Like we knew how to make our shits big and sound good,
What was that experience like for you guys coming from the hood, and now you're doing what you love, right? And making money from it and transitioning into this new lifestyle?
I mean, it was crazy, it was crazy. I never thought it was gonna last. I'm thinking, this is just gonna be a phase. We'll do this for a little while, get some money, and we'll end up working somewhere else again in a store or something. But but yeah, man, it just kept getting the fan base just kept getting bigger and bigger, and the demand, and just learning more about the business, man, because we didn't know shit about this business. We just, I'm still learning shit that I'm like, wow,
Right. Wasn't V.I.C a member of the Beatnuts as well?
V.I.C.
What happened with that?
He was a part. He was involved in a lot of the EP stuff and a lot of the album stuff too. He was like the fourth member of Beatnuts, and like when we met V.I.C, he was a house DJ, a house producer. He used to make house beats. Like he didn't do no hip hop. So just meeting us, and we put all our shit together, all our gems together, and everything. We met some good engineers through him. Because he used to be mixing house records. So house music, you gotta how to do all the good tweakings and plugins, and all that good shit. So definitely, man, V.I.C was a good link. And we still working with V.I.C right now.
That's dope, man. So when you're doing the second album, or the first album, really after the EP, then it's just you guys. It's just you as a duo at that point.
Yeah. Because after that album, that's when Al'tariq decided, you know what, I'm gonna just branch off and do my solo shit, and it was just the Beatnuts. So that's when we did Stone Crazy, was the first album of just me and Juju. So
got you.
So at that time, the labels used to give the groups budgets to go to the studio, and so those first two albums, we did them in studios with engineers and everything. But every time we would go there, it would be a party, because all our friends from the hood would come. It was just a big party. Every session was a party. If you listen to those songs, they sound like party songs because it was a big party going on. So we kind of learned our lesson with those parties. It was like, you know what? Instead of partying and all that bullshit, let's take that budget and buy equipment. So me and Juju and our manager back then, we just went and bought fucking 24 track machines, the 1-inch machines. We bought fucking MPCs for everybody. We bought S950s, 12 SP1200s. We bought everything, every fucking machine that we could have. That's the shit for hip hop. We bought all that shit. So now we made Stone Crazy out of Juju's crib, in Juju's crib. And you know,
That's so smart.
yeah,
That's
that was
crazy.
the
That's so
smartest
smart.
thing.
Like,
That was the smartest thing we ever could have done, because instead of putting that money into a studio, we bought our equipment and we just had studios now in the crib. So now I had a studio in my house, Juju had his studio in his house, and that's it, man. Now we got, and we still have this equipment. Like, to this day, I'm still using my old shit, analog shit. Yeah.
when Fashion told you guys that he wanted to leave, like, what was your guys' reaction?
I mean, it was all good. We was the Beatnuts before him, so it wasn't really gonna stop the flow. Me and Juju was still doing remixes and producing, and we actually produced a lot of his solo shit. When he did the first project, God's Connection, there's a lot of Beatnuts production in there too. So